Good morning. So this won't be a permanent video. This is a conversation starter. So when I want to talk about the role of the lead technician, I don't think it's very well defined. I've got a few things in my little brain that I think are valuable for it, and I don't think that there's a common view of the role of the lead technician between the lead techs themselves, the store managers, and then that'll flow to each of the other employees at the shop, whether they be service advisors or technicians. So when we purchased Roadmasters, one of the reasons we did is because we thought it was a very healthy company. It had good customer base. It had what appeared to us solid work. The service advisors were competent in what they did. The technicians were competent in what they did. They're in a good location in the Front Range. And we didn't make very many changes very quickly. And candidly, that frustrated Steve Marler a little bit because he wanted to change some more things more aggressively. And I held him back and I said, look, these are good shops. Let's not change very much. Let's spend a couple of years getting to know this business better and understanding its people and the flow of what makes things tick. So it's been 2 years. But one of the first things we did change is we said, we think there should be a technician who's more involved in management than he was previously. That was something we just jumped in and said, we need to change that. So I think Todd had called the lead technician, but we changed their pay structure a little bit, and we were hoping to make them a more active part of the management of the store. And I don't think that we've accomplished that. It doesn't seem to me that we have involved and engaged the lead technician to the extent that he could be. So I want to throw out some ideas, and I'm asking that each store manager and each lead technician get back to me or talk with each other and then let me know your thoughts on how this should function. So here are 3 or 4 ways that I think the lead tech maybe should work that would be valuable if he engaged in the management of the shop. So number 1, I think that discussing on at least a quarterly basis, but maybe a monthly basis, sitting down with the store manager and talking about how the workflow is going, how the personalities are working, what kind of problems we're having in communication between the service advisors and the technicians. I don't think we're ever going to get so good that's not worth talking about. So I would guess at least, very healthy shop, at least on a quarterly basis, the store manager and the lead technician should get together and talk about that. But probably more on a monthly basis until things are to the point that the two of you are very happy, the lead tech and the store manager. Probably on a monthly basis. In addition, I think that the lead technician should sit down with each of his techs in the store at least quarterly to go over their skill. Well, I think annually we should do the skills assessment and then quarterly talk about with them, are they making progress in improving their skills? And it doesn't mean they need to be getting a new skill in terms of more capabilities in doing work. A GS guy, is not going to do injectors. But how competently they're doing what they're doing and how quickly they're doing what they're doing. Because those are 2 key things in the store's capabilities. We only have so many hours that we're open, and then we only have so many hours of technician time that are available and capabilities that technician can do. So if they're doing oil changes, they're rotating tires, how quickly are they doing and how competently are they doing them? I think that conversation should probably be had every quarter and little check marks made or some documentation on the sheet, because that's something that'll help them grow. So I think that's another thing the lead tech should do. But then I think we all know the lead tech pretty much on a daily basis is going to be helping each of those guys develop to who they can and should be. I don't know that I have a structure for that. I think that's inherently happening. I think that's, you're already doing that. And I don't think we need to write it down anywhere, but I think that's a fundamental role of the lead technician, is to recognize where each other tech is and help them move along the path to becoming a better technician. So I think that's built in and that's already there. And then as each tech gets their paycheck, some lead technicians talk with them, I'm not sure it's every paycheck, but occasionally, about here's how far you got, and if you had worked this much more, if you'd stayed late a night and hit a few more things, or if you'd worked another hour here and there, you would have hit the next pay target and would have bumped your, you have the tiered pay, you have the number of hours you're physically there, and you're paid a certain amount for that. And then there's the hours of labor that we charge, and you're paid another rate for that. And bumping that from 11 to 15 to 18, or almost 19, I think it's $18.90, is a big deal. And talking with those guys about how Roadmasters pays and how they could swell their earnings and grow their earnings by understanding our system and our pay structure. It seems that's another role of the lead technician. So far, I've not found KPIs, or key performance indicators, that Daniel and Corey put together on a weekly basis that the lead technicians are so eager to see that Tuesday they're in going, show me how we did last week. I want to see this number. So that bothers me. I'm not throwing stones. I'm just saying, if it were really valuable, you'd be looking for it. And you'd be coming in and saying, where is this number? I want to see how we're doing. This is important to me. So over time, I still want to have that conversation about what information matters to you that characterizes the store in a way that you feel like it gives you a valuable understanding of how things are going and a tool to crank things up and make things work better, so that it's more fun, we're working faster, and we're have better expertise. We're developing our expertise in auto repair. So if you wouldn't mind, give that some thought. What do you think? Did I leave something key out? What do you think the roles of the lead technician should be? How does a store function best over a long period of time? Obviously, I want each lead tech to come to our to a gathering in February in Casper for Diamond, which will be some benefits, understanding, so you can talk more intelligently as a leader in the back shop about what our benefits are, how MD Live works, et cetera, et cetera. Not that you're the HR person, but you're a lead guy. And so having more knowledge, I think, makes more sense. But even in February, when we come and you talk a little bit about benefits, a little bit about that stuff, about Diamond things in general, we'll also take time at that point to gather ourselves just as Roadmasters and talk Roadmasters specific items. And then, as you know, I think the retreat in Estes Park, I think that's been good. I think that's been important in building the leadership of the company. So there are some annual things, there's some quarterly things, there could be some monthly things, some monthly roles. And then, of course, there are daily things to help people become who they are, as well as get your work done and repair vehicles. So give some thought to that, please. If you wouldn't mind talking with your store managers talk with your lead techs about this, and then either send me emails or a phone call. Let's talk about if we're structuring the stores properly and engaging the lead technician in a way that's meaningful and helpful to him, and meaningful and helpful in making the stores be what they could be. I think that's it. Thank you.